Just doing it.
Oh,
Hey, hi, Kathryn.
hello, dear Viv. So nice to see you here.
And you, my dear, you very much. It's a delight to have you on board. Sorry, I thought I'd turn that off, but I haven't. Notifications, there's always that sneaky one, isn't there? So, so tell me, what are you and your body doing today? What are you doing right now?
Oh, me? Today I asked my body. It's like I know body never lies. So it's like blood for me, like the most reliable, intimate friends of mine. So I asked my body like, oh, what would you like to do today? So I had a hot spring bath and spend my time with my animals.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
And also enjoy a bit of sunshine here.
And you're in Taipei in Taiwan, aren't you?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Have you traveled to other countries? Like what's been your experience with traveling with your body as well?
Oh, I think my body like moving. Move apart from movement, like the exercise and movement. Actually, I really like lots of different exercise since I was very young. But then I realized I love to travel around as well. No matter where I go, I always enjoy it.
Mm.
And for me, traveling is like, mm, I think maybe before my body went there, I already tap into the energy of that area, the land, or maybe the people and some things there, or maybe the plants, the animals, the nature. So every time before I travel, I always feel quite excited. And when I got to where I went, I always like really receive a lot from the place. But before I do access, I didn't really realize that. I didn't know my body can receive, or just before I didn't really allow it to receive so much. And I didn't realize my body has the awareness before I did something or before I went somewhere. I already receive and aware a lot of stuff, a lot of energies. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is a huge topic with what is your body saying to you? Because, I developing that ear, almost developing that open conversation where you're not just telling your body or demanding it or controlling it or forcing it to do things it doesn't want to do. Because I think it is an incredible adventure once you recognize, hang on, my body has its own voice, my body has its own points of view, my body has its own likes and dislikes, my body is actually very smart at choosing them. More often than not, it's smarter at choosing than I am. So do you want to just talk a bit more about, how you were saying about receiving the information? So, like you said, you're getting the energy. So what do you mean by receiving the energy of maybe somewhere you're traveling?
Mm, like maybe after access, when I do travel, I don't really have the plan. I just ask my body, oh, where would you like to go? So it doesn't go like linear or use my mind
Mm.
to computing like, oh, where I should go, where is the most famous and worth visiting place. So end up, I just listen to my body. And a lot of times I went to some, you can say remote or not so famous places, but I think those places and some people I met, they are exactly the energy my body like, love. But if I listen to my mind or some like a travel guide, I will never discover those places and I will never really met those people I met.
Yeah. And for me, I desire to live my entire life like that. It's not that my logical brain or my analytical brain is redundant, but I get to use that part of my brain when I desire, when I need to. But a lot of the time, and this is something I chose, that I allowed my body's awareness to actually lead me. Because once, I mean, I've been in a couple of situations where, and probably for the viewers, it's like, how many times have you had a tap on the shoulder or a whisper in your ear or a gut feeling, and you ignore it only to say, oh my God, I knew that, I didn't listen. So, if we do have visitors, if we do have, viewers tonight wondering about this, it's like, it's a muscle that you build if you're interested in having more contact with what you might call your intuition or your gut feeling. It's a muscle to build. It's a skill. It's like learning another language. So what were one of the first few tools that you really enjoyed using with your body and learning to communicate with it?
I think it's like talking or communicating or listening to my body. I would I will ask my body like, oh, what can I learn from you today? What would you like to tell me or share with me or show me today? And I would also ask myself, oh, if today I choose ease as the priority for me and my body, what would me and my body do, be, go, enjoy, co-create, etc. So I think the tool is like just be the question. And my body is a very good companion to have the conversation with me.
I love that. And one of the things for me in the early days was I had a lot of food sensitivities and food allergies, and a lot of things that I would eat would really upset my body. And I just, before I knew the tools of asking your body a question and learning to listen and the tools of access consciousness, I would get so frustrated buying things and then having, one mouthful or a meal, and then my body would react and it would be in the bin. And I went, there's got to be another way to do this. There has to be another way that I can communicate or find out somehow what makes my body hum, like what really lights my body up, what nourishes my body. And I think for a lot of people that have, health issues or food issues or whatever it is, it can be this really frustrating journey of wondering what on earth it is, like, is it food? Are you aware of somebody else's body? What is it? Is it an awareness that your body's giving you? So, so with your body, so you're now a 3-day body class facilitator.
Yeah.
So what inspired you to want to facilitate these Access Consciousness 3-day body classes?
Yeah, I think rewind a bit back to, like you say, our body always receive or be aware or hear other people's body. Maybe not only people's body. We can only sense the plants, the earth, or the animal's body. So for one example, every time if I go to a restaurant to order food, if I come with others or with friends, I found I always listen, or I can feel or hear what their body require. So if I am not really recognize this or acknowledge this, I would order something actually it's other people's body would like to have. So one of the very useful tool I always like to use if I need to order in the restaurant, but I can sense all other bodies, I would put a bell jar on other people's body. Then I can really have more clarity with my own body's requirements. Yeah, that's why I would like to use. And also you say, oh, what inspired me to become a 3-day body class facilitator? I started to facilitate the body process since 2015. So it's been quite a few years, but I didn't really plan or think of how I will be a certified facilitator or be a 3-day body class facilitator. It's never in my mind, but just maybe me and my body aware of something. Just somehow, in 2019, in December, I just suddenly have a thought or an idea oh, next week I would like to be in Australia. And then I found out it's a CF class later next week. So I think, okay, then let's go to a CF class then. So in the end of 2019, I became a CF for access consciousness. And then after like maybe one more year, I just kind of accidentally found, I kind of almost fulfill all the requirements to be a 3D body class facilitator. So then it just like goes quite with the energy flow.
Yeah.
So I think it's maybe my body has the capacity or ability to facilitate more or induce more bodies to be the space and ease or the joy. So it's never like in my mind, but somehow the energy and the body just like leads me to those places. Till now.
And that's beautifully said too, Kathryn, because it's very much, like I've said about listening to your intuition, or you go with the flow, or whatever words and phrases people are familiar with. But there is this incredible communication, like this invisible communication. You began with saying this very intimate relationship, and it is. You build an intimate relationship with learning to really listen to yourself, listen to the whispers that your body gives you, because sometimes your head wants one thing, but your body's actually asking for something else. And I think the journey to trust your body's awareness and literally surrender and allow it to show you the way more, the adventures you go on, the awareness you build, and like you say, these incredible things that you wouldn't logically think about suddenly speak to you, and they light your world up in a way that you just have that sense of knowing, that sense of recognition of, I might go and do the 3-day body class facilitator training. And look at it now, it's taking you around the world and facilitating and playing with bodies. And the 3-day body class processes are something that is so different to anything else that's out there. It's how many, just off the top of your head, do you know how many body processes there are now in the 3-day body class manual?
I think it's 60.
60. That's 60, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
So these body processes are all energetic. You don't have to have any body experience with 3-day with bodies. You don't have to be a massage therapist or a chiropractor. You can be a mum or dad, you can be a teenager, you can be a grandma, you can be from any walk of life. And if you could give me one amazing thing, I might put you on the spot a bit here, but if you could give me one amazing thing that you've seen occur in a 3-day body class, whether somebody's walked in with something and it's totally changed, what's your most memorable thing that you've experienced yourself or you've seen in a class?
I think the most common I think is like some people, they look a bit dark, like a gray color without smile.
Yeah.
But then after they have like 1 or 2 body process swap in a class, their whole universe, including their body, their beings, just like lighten up, and they become so much joy. And I think they themselves also notice, if they look in the mirror, they found, wow, I look different. And they feel different too. And it's just like, you don't really need to use your mind to consider or to think too much. And you just allow yourself to receive and be the energy. Like you say, wow, we have 60 different body process in the manual. So it's like, wow, we got so many different frequency, different energies to play with and to be. So I think a lot of time in this reality, we just have too many limited conclusions. So we make our space and our being and our body very contract. And then after we receive and be the different body process energies, then our spectrum just become like wider. And our space, our awareness, and just become greater. And all those limitations, they just drop off. So it's just like magic.
I was just going to say, as if by magic, and it is, it's really, there's no doing with these processes, you know, they're very gentle and they're all designed. I mean, we're talking about 60 in the 3-day body class. And then we have an advanced body class, which, you know, Simone Milasas, Gary Douglas, Grace Douglas, who else? Maybe Dane here, facilitate these advanced body classes where it's 3 days. Both of these, the 3-day body class, that's why it's called 3-day body class. And the advanced body class is 3 days of gifting and receiving these body processes. So like you were saying, Kathryn, you walk in one person and you walk out a very different body and being. And there seems to be, I know for myself, there is always, I feel like I'm home. I feel like my mind and my being are one, you know, mind, body, spirit, whatever you want to call it. They've actually amalgamated. They've come together. There is a deep sense of peace where there isn't this internal battle or wrongness or judgment, which then dissipates any of the pains, the grumbles, the issues, the physical stuff that's been going on. And, you know, with the advanced body class, there's, I don't know how many, probably 60, I don't know, I don't even know these days how many is in there because it's always being updated and upgraded. So, you know, with the advanced body class too, there's also an amazing energetic contribution. And these are processes that, you know, it's not like booking in and getting a massage. It's something totally different because it's working on a molecular, vibrational, like you were saying, Kathryn, this frequency that we're changing to create more harmony with the cells of your body, more harmony with the structures and the organs and the tissues and everything of your body. Yeah. So you have a 3-day body class coming up in December, don't you? Whereabouts is that?
Yeah, thank you. It's in Taipei. It's on December 16 to 18. I will co-facilitate with Rachel O'Brien.
Yay. We love Rachel O'Brien, our Irish lady.
We love her, yes.
So if anybody watching this is interested or would like to know more, go to accessconsciousness.com and you can find the 3-day body class information there. There are also facilitators all across the globe teaching these 3-day classes. We also have body process facilitators that teach 1, maybe 2 hands-on body processes in a day if you'd just like to try it. There are also facilitators that just gift sessions too. So you've got infinite choices. What would your body like to choose? And if you're all keen and ready to go, we have some advanced body classes coming up too. We have Simone Milasas in Noosa in about 10 days time in Australia. And I know Grace Douglas is doing one in Dubai next year. So I just want to thank you, Kathryn, for your commitment to becoming a 3-day body class facilitator and for just following the energy and for being the delight that you are. How did we get so lucky?
Thank you so much, Viv. And also anyone who would like to enjoy the summertime in Australia, Noosa. Is it Noosa?
Yes.
This time, ABC. Yeah, yes. So it will be likely early December. So please come to play.
Summertime, summertime. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you, Kathryn. Have an awesome body class and give Rachel a hug for me.
Thank you, dear Viv, and thank you, everybody. It's always lovely to chat with you. Thank you. Bye.
Too. Bye.